Hello again, everybody. Jim Hickey, Bass Fishing Tips on Twitter, back at you today with some quick thoughts on the Glo-Pro Lures system, specifically their GP1 Minnow Style bait. As I mentioned last week, as I did the exposure of the package I got, and of course now we have the ongoing giveaway from March 22nd through the 27th in this year, 2017. So if you're seeing this video after that, don't bother looking for the giveaway. But at any rate, when I got the package, I picked out some of the lures to try out personally, and then the bulk of the lures are actually going to be given away as part of this giveaway. The more I looked into these, the more I liked them. One, the Minnow Style bait that I was most impressed with was the black and gold, the one that looks like a golden shiner, because as I mentioned in my first video, there's a lot of golden shiners in the waters around here. There's a couple places in particular that I could see this being really effective for some decent sized New Hampshire largemouths, and probably smallmouths as well. And I was familiar with the Glo-Pro technology as far as adding the glow sticks and all that. I guess one thing I had missed, to be honest, was there's another feature of this bait that was even more intriguing to me, and that's what I'm here to discuss with you right now. So first of all, here is the Minnow Style bait. This happens to be one of the ones I'm giving away. This is a green back with a silver. It's kind of translucent. I can actually see through it. And in this part of the bait, I can see where once you get the top seal off here, the plug, that's where you stick in the actual glow stick to make it glow. In the front part of this head here is another little chamber where you can add water or weights or whatever else you want to do. So this bait, as it sits right here, I just put it on my postage scale, weighs a ½ ounce, but because it's pretty hollow, and if it's sealed, it will actually float. In other words, when it dies, if you stop the retrieve, it'll start to float back to the surface, just like a floating Rapala, floating Rebel, things along those lines. Now, I know for me personally, I have Minnow Style baits that are floaters, suspending baits, ones that'll actually just hang with neutral buoyancy, and then sinking baits for getting down to greater depths. It just so happens that changing or putting water in that chamber, you can get towards a more neutral buoyancy effect. And if you totally fill it, it'll actually sink a little bit. But if you add weights in the front of it, on top of that, it'll sink even more and take a nose down position. Now think about that for a minute. I have 3 different styles of minnow baits that I might be able to, basically put aside and use just one bait just by making that little adjustment. Plopping off the cover here, which you simply do with, let's see if I can do this without getting stuck and still remain in the video. This handy dandy little plug removing tool, also known as a push pin, that pops out there, and like I said, as you can see, let me get that right up front here, right up close. The front chamber is where you add the water or weights depending on what you're trying to accomplish, and then this back part of the chamber is where you slide the glow stick into to change the appearance. So you can change the appearance of the bait, the illumination of the bait to enhance the strike zone, if you will, especially in murky water conditions. And you can change the depth control by adding water or weights to it to get this bait to perform differently. So a very effective little tool. Okay, and each bait comes initially with a couple of different glow sticks. In this case, a pink and yellow one, I guess. Plug that comes in it to begin with, the little handy dandy removal tool, the push pin, and a second plug, I guess in case you lose the first one if you're out in the water. So pretty cool little deal. I'm actually looking forward to getting this thing out in the water, getting close to ice out here. At least the ice is starting to recede away from the shoreline, so it won't be very much longer before I get this out for a real try. Talk to you again real soon. Remember, the giveaway is going on as I speak, March 22nd to March 27th, 2017. So keep an eye out for that. Get entered. Well worth getting a shot of these and getting a hold of some and seeing how they perform for you. I can hardly wait to see how the largemouth, smallmouth, pickerel, and other fish in this area respond to them this season. Talk to you again real soon.